As the election dates are announced, all eyes are of course on the politically significant state of Uttar Pradesh, where despite the factionalism and the open fight in the Samajwadi Party, many in the opposition believe that it is advantage Akhilesh Yadav. What does that mean for the Congress campaign amid talks of a possible alliance between Akhilesh Yadav, Rahul Gandhi and Jayant Chaudhary? Well, joining us now is the Congress's Chief Ministerial candidate Sheila Dikshit. Thank you for joining us, ma'am. Your first comments on your own role and how you see it. Will you continue to be the Chief Ministerial candidate as we hear unconfirmed reports about an alliance, a possible alliance between the Congress and the Samajwadi Party and the RLD?
I think you have put it very correctly yourself when you say that there are unconfirmed reports. Till something gets confirmed, I am unable to react to it. And if this happens, then we'll have to think about what my role will be, because certainly I would like a young person to be the Chief Minister of UP.
That's significant. You're saying you would prefer a younger person to be the Chief Minister of UP. So when you locate yourself in that argument, are you saying that if the alliance comes through, you would be happy to step aside as Chief Ministerial candidate?
I would have to say, I would like to step aside. That would be the correct thing to do.
Do you feel, ma'am, that you have been somewhat used by your party? Because I remember talking to you a few months ago and you weren't very keen, in fact, on taking on the mantle. The party almost forced you to when you accepted it as a duty.
No, look, I don't think the party used me or anything. The party has every right over me to ask me to do what I should, and I'd always do it. I am part of the party, and the decisions of a party are my decisions also.
But were you or have you been consulted on the possibility of this alliance?
Not as yet, not as yet. All that I've heard is from Mr. Akhilesh Yadav saying that, you know, if there's an alliance between the Congress and his party, the results will be very good, over 350 odd seats or 330 odd seats.
Does it not make you feel bad that as the same candidate of your party, a role that you accepted unwillingly and as a duty, you were not even, or you have so far not been consulted on this?
Yeah. But let us see, there's still time for it. I don't know, because even the Samajwadi and the Congress haven't yet come together, you know, formally as yet. When that happens, we'll look at it. But please remember one thing, for me what the Congress...
But you do feel a little bad?
No, I don't. No, I don't. I will go by what the party says, and that's that.
Can I ask you though that... you know, you've always been honest about this. I remember in the last Delhi elections, you spoke about being let down by your own side or parts of your own side. When the Sahara Birla Diaries controversy erupted and your own party tweeted your name with papers that were intended to attack Mr. Modi, initially the reports were, ma'am, that you were actually very angry. You questioned the authenticity of the papers, and it's only later that you said you were ready for an investigation, so why wasn't the Prime Minister? Was that another time when you felt that you'd been scapegoated or misused or used and abandoned by your party?
That chapter is over. I've said what I had to, and it's all over. Secondly, I must tell you that in politics, sometimes things happen which you may or may not like or may not agree with. But then that disagreement comes around and you have your point of view. And if your point of view is accepted, well, good enough. And please remember one thing, that we are not individuals, we are members of a party.
Yeah, but would you prefer it if Rahul Gandhi or your party should not, you know, would you prefer that they don't raise this issue again at all? Because in doing so, they also drag you into the
I cannot advise them on anything like that. All that I want is that this thing should be done, and that all the names that are there, either all of them should come out, or, you know, why choose certain names?
Do you feel that you were forced into this campaign against your will and then not treated with the respect that you deserved? For example, the party could have discussed the Sahara Birla papers with you before Rahul Gandhi went public with them. They could have consulted you more on the alliance. They could be speaking to you more regularly than they have. They haven't been taking you into confidence. Do you feel a sense of regret, anger or hurt at the way you've been treated?
No, I don't feel anything of that sort. This is part of political life, and I take it like that, and I take it in that spirit. I'm far too fond of the Congress to pick holes in it, and certainly not anything that has been done to me personally.
Do you think that they could have taken you into confidence before they went public with the Sahara Birla papers?
Well, yes, they could have, they need not have. This is for them to take a call on.
What would you say in the end about this UP election? Are you willing to still put your heart and soul into it, or would you prefer at this moment to step aside in any case, amid reports of Akhilesh leading an alliance?
You're right. If they report that Mr. Akhilesh is going to lead the alliance, if he is there, then how can there be two candidates for the same thing? So obviously, it would be proper for me to step out.
And do you think he makes a better CM candidate than you do? It's experience against youth in some ways.
Of course, certainly. Yes, he's young. He's got 5 years experience. If this Gathbandhan comes around, if we get together, then if the choice is between him and me, I would rather have him there than me. That is, if this happens.
And have you conveyed that to the party leadership?
No, not as yet. Nobody's asked me.
When sometimes I say Sheila Dikshit has been made a scapegoat by her party. You don't agree with me clearly, do you?
No.
Sheila
circumstances, yes, there are circumstances.
Circumstances?
Politics, circumstances keep changing.
All right, we leave it there. Sheila Dikshit, pleasure to have you on the Buck Stops here. Pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.